Oh no. New Slay the Spire 2 announcement. Good morning, YouTube. It is 5:45 p.m. I'm on like 4 or 5 hours sleep, I think. Very little sleep. Sleep is a disaster. Still no release yet. No release date yet. But it's supposed to be this year, so hopefully soonish. You guys are going to be so disappointed whenever this game finally comes out, because I am going to be playing so much of this. Or maybe you'll come over and watch that game. Who knows? You said you don't know how to do this. Wait, I should refresh. Are there any new comments? That was 35 minutes ago, but that was a while ago, right? That was before I went to sleep, I think. Now, that was like hours ago. Wait, when? 6 hours ago. Yeah, that's how long I went to sleep, basically. But I didn't go to sleep right away, so I think like 4 or 5 hours. Shout out to those 2 cultists that made it to the end. Luck be a landlord. Thank you so much for this video. For undisclosable reasons, it was such a treat. Everything I could have dreamed for in a build. Awesome to hear. At the end, I felt personally attacked. Attack, you might have been. No, I do personally attack, occasionally. You could try the build. I kind of want a timestamp now. When did I personally attack? What did I do? How aggressive? You could try the build you're up against at 106. I did click these before I went to sleep, so I know which builds they are. They are, because I don't understand the combo with the Wolf Big Sword, so that was one of them. That one's more boring, and then there was another that was Fanfare plus like 4 lamps. Would also be interesting. They would be interesting builds to do. They're hard. I mean, it's easy to force the big sword. It's not, because it had 3 amulets of steel. I say a thing's easy, then it's not. 3 amulets of steel is a lot of luck. Any build with 3 amulets of steel can be broken. The other one, it's just hard to get it to line up. It's possible. We could try it. I said I don't know how to do the snow stick build, therefore you challenge me to try and understand the core mechanics. I'll thank you later. The problem is, it's very strong. I think I could just go straight to master right now again, pretty quickly, just spamming that one build. It's just not fun. So yeah, I could play that build and learn to play that build and do well with that build, but I just like doing whatever feels fun to me in the video game. I'm over this game, kind of. I'm having more fun with it because there are people like semi-new to it. I've been watching Achievement Hunting Couple. They're getting into backpack battles. It's fun watching new people, or not even new, but like newer people, discover the things for the first time and find out about them. I've already played these enough. I don't like stupid cold builds. They're fine. They're not that good. You don't really like this game with Down with the Ship. I'm undecided on it. They have a lot of information. I think it's super promising for an early access demo. Awesome video. As always, keep it up. Think the way that you do it is to make things cap at... Wait, I'm reading these in the wrong order again. Oh, but there's so many comments. How far back do we go? So, we go back this far. First round. Who's that? Wait, why does this seem like... Oh, okay. I thought I was coming into the middle of a discussion chain, whatever. I was at speed 1 for playing back the video. How I say that we should win this, then proceeds to lose. Yeah, I do that a lot. In general, though, I kind of have an idea what's going on with the boards. Oaken... I think that I know what's going to happen in those two, and I don't know what's going to happen in those either. I just like to say that I think I know what's going to happen. Half the time I don't. Don't know if... It does have a replay, but its replay isn't as good. It's good for scrolling through the history. Oaken needs to add replay. Mobile version has replay. So, even if I'm at 3 times, if you lose to a random nuke or something you didn't notice... Yeah, I can go back in the logbook and watch. I knew why I lost for that round 1. Like, afterwards, I knew why I lost. They had, like, 45 extra armor and 10 HP. I kind of remember it. I watched back a little bit of the video. Yeah. Have to have enough protection from cold to never reach 10 versus the cake. Yeah. And that's hard to do. That's really hard to do. But it's actually not that hard. It's just you had to have been playing to, like, prevent this build. So powerful. And I got it super early. Yeah. I think 2 crooks would have stopped me, but I'm not sure. Just because that Snowcake was doing a lot. Hard to say. Think it would be a really good update if you could choose the rank of the people you play against in history. It would. In custom games, you can. But for history, this is an update that would specifically be nice for people in a situation like me, where you're slowly ranking up but don't play enough of the game. Because I would love to see how this does against people at my level and even above my level for a few of these. Above my level, I think some of them, it might be like a 50-50 there. Can match yourself against Grandma player. Yeah. Or Grandmaster. Grandma and Grandmaster are basically interchangeable. Grandma is just Grandmaster that's played a bunch. I don't even think such a choice. 9 out of 10 times those builds are calculated. 2.1%. They are, so they would have a chance against this. This is still a broken build. You wouldn't be able to build this build as easily or as freely if you're playing at that level. It's kind of like, not quite as bad, but it's like if you let me have my way in Oaken Tower, where I just get to build for free for 14 turns, and then compare it, a turn 15 turn of mine, to a turn 15 turn of somebody playing at a higher level in Oaken Tower. Like, you can build craziness in a lot of turns if nobody's stopping you. That's part of the reason I can do okay at lower rank. It would be cool to see your own build against the ones in Grandma. It would. But again, like I just said, it would kind of be unfair because I'm getting to build it in Plat, which is a little bit easier. Got this game because of you. Awesome to hear. Having a blast. Might have a backpack battler problem. That's like one of the only reasons I don't recommend this game more to like new people. Is this game can be so addictive. It's really good, but there's a lot to it. I don't know. As a new person, you could like get sucked into this game. But it is a cool game to get sucked into. It is. Just don't get too into it, I would say. Or do if you want to. Whatever makes you happy. I don't think it would win, but I've been trying to get Time Dilator. Oh, Time Dilator is one of the trickiest ones. It baits me so much. I lose because of Time Dilator, because I try and do things like this. With 4 jinxes pointed at it. You don't need 4 jinxes at all. Center of my board. Just want to ultra speed up everything. Yeah, that's kind of the opposite of what you want for that. Kind of. It depends what else you have, but in general, Jinx is kind of slow. And Time Dilator goes off on the slowest items first. So really, you want Time Dilator going off on itself. And then it goes crazy, but that means only having a couple items or having items be super quick. But just in general, it's a strong item. It's just really hard to use that one well. On Blueberry, Blueberry is just like fish in Backpack Battles mobile. God, I'm still waking up. I can't speak. I can't read. There's nothing new there. Yeah, I'm sure. So many of those items are very similar. Reactive plating was crazy. It is crazy. Oh, there's there was a third character for 150 to unlock. I'm going to play more of this game. I need to fit it in. Oh, but I'm playing Cube Chaos. We'll see. I'll go back to it. Challenge idea. Any build. Do not rotate. Love from Brazil. I don't know what that means exactly. Only put items in the way that they're facing, never rotate? That just sounds painful. I don't think that one's within my abilities. I could, but it would be even more time, like trying to figure out bags, but without rotating things. Especially, can I rotate bags? That's too brutal. This is a backpack organization game. I like some challenges. That one's like on the verge of being doable, but it's also brutal. Because some bags would just become way better. Like the small bag would become much more valuable with it. I'm thinking about it. I mostly like challenges where it's like on the edge of this thing is a really good thing, but it's tough to do. Or it's just a really tough to use item. That is just hurting yourself. I don't want to hurt myself. Around 44 minutes, you say basically, if you see dragon or phoenix or whatever around the nest, basically skip. Understand your point of view with 800 plus hours in the game. It will get boring, but as someone who doesn't even know what things do, and you don't mention them, I should take time to mention them, and them being bait. Dragon Nest is a tricky one because it has a lot of text, and some of the text is super useful, some of it is less useful, and that's true of a lot of the items in this game. Spend tons of time rotating, getting things just right, and then I don't spend enough time in the battles. Can probably speed up again. I wouldn't mind as much. Actually invested in the game, even though I don't play it. Wait, this seems similar to the other comment from the other day. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't rereading the same one. No. Can't afford it at the moment. That is fair. There are a bunch of games that I go back and forth on if it's worth buying, if it's not. I have too many games already. Bought it, started playing, and if he is new, if you skip, I should do a better job of explaining my thoughts. I need to. I think a lot of thoughts without actually expressing or communicating them, which is worthless in video. Why haven't you made Phoenix gain damage? Or why haven't they, the devs? I don't know. Phoenix in this game, it can be okay, but it takes a ton of space. It hurts you. It's just a weird item. Sometimes it's powerful, but most of the time it's bait. And it's weird because, yeah, it's a mythic creature. It's expensive. It takes up space. It feels like it should be strong, but no. Ranking up using Snow Stick and face debuff reflex builds to frost you like that the other day. Or rank up. Rank up. Oh, did I? Oh, I faced a build that was doing that. Yeah. I'm just getting to the point in the game. I'm starting to reach low diamond, high platinum, where I will run into the stronger builds, and this is one of the stronger builds. 104. You can remove garlic since it speeds up only the cake 10%. I still had garlic by the end. Huh. The cake was important. Meanwhile, the cat makes everything 15% faster. That is true. The cats are insane. If you have a lot of uniques, and if your main item is a unique, or if it's a godly, I do need to value those cats a lot. In general, I do. But I could have added. Did I see another? I must have. 104 was like right at the end. Meaning you just need to swap one Mrs. Struggles in place of garlic. Put the cat in the middle of the darkness items. In the middle of the darkness items, I think the darkness items were acting as stars for each other. But I probably could have fit another cat. One other problem with playing at low rank is at some point, if I just have a build that wins, I think I was considering another cat, if I remember correctly. But at some point, I'm like, I already have a winning build. I don't want to think about it more. I can see from the thumbnail, I had like 3 cats, I think. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. I could have fit a 4th. It would have been amazing. Really, I could have fit like 10 cats and it would have been good. But, it's a lot. I already have a build that wins against almost everything at this rank. They were at like 6.8, 6.9 stamina, 106, so this was a replay one or the final fight. As that big sword swung, they were only 7 max stamina, didn't have more because of something else taking their stamina, screwing it up. That's another problem actually with the big sword, is you have to play 100% around that. If anybody screws up your stamina, so like if you have a second weapon, I don't know. It's too easy to screw it up. They can do it though. Second time it activated, it missed due to the blind you inflicted. I think they still weren't going to kill me because they didn't have a blue gem to hit through my armor. And I had a good amount of armor, I think. I don't remember. But they could have hit me. That swing would have done like 400 damage, which with a blue gem would have killed me. The Falcon Blade build at 117 with infinite buffs, 5 lamps. That's one of the ones that's like in theory. It's so difficult to do. I could. Off topic. Don't know. Either person Kai is my friend, which I'll probably send her over to check out the video. If it's not her, just the same name as her, coincidentally. Rip, I guess. Wait. Oh, one of the people that I fought? Possibly. Trying to read in the morning is such a mistake for me. Okay, am I almost there? Awesome vid, keep it up. I think the way to do it is make things cap at 200%. Oh, or 100 max cold. This is the way to nerf it? Could be. I don't like thinking through the nerfs. That's for the devs to figure out. Were there others? Don't know how to build snow stick. Okay, cool. I should read. I did scan them earlier before I went to sleep. Oh no, another notification. I have so many notifications that I'm never going to check. I will check the Discord notification. Too many notifications. All right, we're playing the game. That is what we're doing. Where's Steam? Steam. Backpackbattles. Wait, but what am I doing? I read suggestions. I could try to force a build. I don't want to force a build. I kind of just want to hit dice. I kind of want to get the characters up to master. I just want to hit dice. Hit dice. I'll try and make something strong. If I see one of the builds, like the potential for it, then I'll try to make it happen. It also depends a lot what skills you see. This is a game that really doesn't benefit a lot of the time from you trying to force a build unless it's a reliable build. One of the reliable builds is that Frost, whatever, Reaper build. That is very reliable. So there's a broom here. Broom has a lot of potential. It's full price. I don't need it. There's a pig there. Pig is extra good on Ranger because Mega Clover exists. Mega Clover gives you clovers. Can I hit Alt on this? Alt. No. Can't hover the Mega Clover. But it gives you things that can make the pig better. But it's a really weak item on turn 8. It's an economy item that is at its weakest at turn 8 and then at its strongest at like turn 15, I think. It depends what items you have. Hey, didn't predict it, but we won it. We should always win that one because they don't have a whetstone. So the whetstone increases the damage of both of these significantly for round 1. Not quite double damage, but close. Second whetstone. Basically gotta take second whetstone. There is a vampire play. What is the vampire play? I don't know. Do I want to do vampire? Not particularly. What do I want to do? Do I want space? That's a lot of space. I'm trying not to just take all the space I see, even though space is kind of amazing. I don't have the healing bag, so food is a little bit less appealing. Blueberry doesn't really do much. I could get rid of it. I don't know. Roll and see what we see. This is good. It's good because we can do a burst of early game damage. It's fairly low stamina. The problem is bows are kind of a dead end. Meaning what? Ooh, but we get that whetstone to hit both bows. That's useful. Nice. There just aren't that many things that build around bows that are good either in the mid game or late game. This is one of the exceptions. If you can get this early, it's pretty good. It does a lot of damage. It does a lot of poison like throughout the game. This can last for a long time, and it's just a small thing that uses very little stamina. This is a strong item. The rest of them, This can activate that Mega Clover earlier. When I said it power spikes at like round 15, this can make it go like a round or two earlier. Which is kind of nice, but it's also kind of not. It makes it go off, but it doesn't go off at 0 seconds. The dream is, with Mega Clover, to get it to go off at 0 seconds. This blows up opponents. Oh, so bows. The options right now are to make one of the bows into a decent bow. This would be an improvement. I could go into Spike, whatever, Thorn Whip, if I upgraded to this. But Thorn Whip is selfish and it wants all of your stamina. So if you build that Spike bow, it's kind of awkward. Even though this works with the whip, I don't reserve this stupid space. I don't need the stupid space. I do need that banana. Yeah, let's get that banana. But get the banana next turn. Start the battle. Reserving banana feels a little bit weird, but I have enough items that use stamina that we're probably good with it. I thought about selling blueberry and a blue gem for it. It's just blueberry speeds up the banana, so... do we just win? None of these lead to anything super fun. Smithing for dummies is the best option. It's kind of economy. I get a whetstone. It makes the hero longsword. Investment opportunity. I don't plan on using a bunch of buffs. Super spacious is just solid, but it takes a lot of space. It also gives you space on sale. It's always just this. So now I could have made those crafted bows and they would gain a benefit from this. The reason we're taking this is because I already have the sword and I'm just missing one whetstone. Don't need more. But it would have cost me 4 gold to buy that. We just got one for free. I don't know. This is decent. Pig is okay. That sword does use more stamina, and it both likes the bows and it doesn't, because this sword does 2 to 4 damage, but this one does 8 to 10. So this one wants to hit. Oh, I could make Falcon Blade. Huh. Should I make Falcon Blade? That lamp build was built around Falcon Blade. Oh no, and I have Mega Clover. So, one of the builds that was requested was to do the Falcon Blade with the genie lamps. I could do that. Alright, I'm gonna buy this stupid whetstone. I do not think that buying this whetstone is the correct answer. But, I'm gonna buy it because what? Because I can turn this one into Falcon Blade and maybe do broken things. Stone is a little bit better with the upgraded sword. I do want that banana. Don't be lazy. Alright, let's put the banana in. But it screws up my pigs. Still good. And I kind of value this stone. Do I value it more than a blue? Sure. Do I value a garlic more than the blueberry? The only reason I don't is because the garlic takes 2 space. Do I value it more than that stone? If it fit. Nah, we're good. Start the battle. Make the sword win the game. Ooh, spear with open stars and girl power. Do they hit empower or do they hit regen? Does it even go off regen? Sweet. So this one, when you have 0 regen, it's a 50-50 for if you give the one that gives you +2 damage to both weapons, or if you get the one that does nothing. So my hope was that they got the one that does nothing. But it also just takes a really long time to go off if it doesn't have any stars. 7 seconds. But this one goes faster if you light up all of these stars. This is a tricky item to do well, but it's strong. A lot of the items are tricky to do well. I could have easily lost that. This turn I should be a lot stronger. So we're looking for my own DPS, 10.3. I'm looking to see this jump to like 20. See how it does? Bam. Oh no. Oh no. There's a bag of stones over here. Bag of stones is a pain because then suddenly I have to figure out positioning. Figuring out positioning is not fun. So positioning would be, get this to hit 2 weapons, this hits all 3 weapons, bag of stones goes right here. I do want the bag of stones. It's such a pain. Do I find space? Possibly. Find the space. Is there anything I need to take out before I roll? Nope. There's the space. There's also 4th broom. 4th broom is excessive and unnecessary. We should do, especially with this, now I want accuracy, because these are 70%, this is 85%, 85%, 90%. I'm tempted to buy this. The reason to buy this is because this item would reduce its stamina and it would give it +1 damage. I don't need the blueberry. Blueberry speeds up my stamina. Goodbye. Goodbye. Build this. We're very strong. I say that, we'll see if I lose. There are builds that can be stronger, but for round 4, yeah, we win this. They do have a lot of max HP, 88 max HP, and they have a heal. And they have spikes, which could actually screw me up, except normally spikes would not screw me up. Spikes don't hit bows, they don't hit stones. But they have a green amulet, which makes it so that spikes do damage against my bows and against my stones, which kind of makes it so that these are trolling me. Plus, they have 4 blind, and when I miss, they do extra damage. Stones now have 50% accuracy, so I was screwing myself up a little bit. Still, we got to 16.5. The problem was the lack of accuracy. Otherwise, I think I would have hit 20 DPS. I missed a lot. 4 blind is rough. Their damage, almost half of their damage was from spikes. Their brooms probably always had the bonus damage from me missing. Probably. Just because these miss so much. So, I need luck. Luckily, I am Ranger. Ranger can get luck. Could be Dagger. Dagger could go where the pig is. Do it. Could be Dragon Egg. It's just hard to fit. God, it's really good. I could replace a bow. Or I could just keep a bow and blow them up even more. I don't know. I'm just gonna take the dagger. If it was on sale, that would be no question. Alright, so to make the Falcon... Oh, right, I need a wooden sword at some point. I'm gonna get that later. To get what? I don't need Falcon Blade. This armor would keep me alive. It's difficult to fit. These pigs take up so much space. So, I want this, I want this, I want this. Give me this. I still want to fit the pig. Banana. Do we really need banana? Banana was a mistake. Nobody likes you, banana. If I didn't buy that, I would have 3 extra gold right now. I would be able to buy that. Except I would have spent the gold, but we don't talk about that. Huh. Banana versus 1 gold. When I think that I'm already winning. This wants to go over here. 70 HP, but I got the armor. So now we're just worried about shields and spikes. Especially if they have a spike shield. Start the battle. Shield, but no spikes. Cool. They do have Power of the Moon. If we reach fatigue, they get a big heal. We're not going to reach fatigue. Cool. They have a lot of extra HP, because every one of these flames gives them +5 max HP, so they have 45 extra HP, which at this stage of the game is pretty good. It's a lot of HP. Why do I have 70? Confused. Something is giving me HP? 17.8. My goal was to get to 20. We're not there. Huh. Why am I not there? I'm guessing it's because I'm still missing. I am missing. 3 misses. I'm going to be missing for a while, though. Do I have something that's giving me starting HP? No, we just had 7585. I would have expected them to have more max. Maybe I'm missing something. Wouldn't surprise me. Oh, this is when things start to become a little bit tricky. This item is like a necessary part of the build, but it's really early. It's good once you have luck. Right now, I have 1 luck, so is this worth 5% crit chance? The luck is worth it completely. We get the accuracy and we get the crit chance. We get, from this bag, 12% crit hit chance base, plus 3% for luck. So this is 8% crit chance to these 5 items, and then that's basically it. And really, it's not all of them, because it would have to go right here. And it's not hitting all of these. It's worth doing, for sure. But it could be more worth it. Right, this wasn't hitting the bow. Why am I like this? Blame morning. Alright. I mean, we won the last round, but still. I don't want to figure this out. This video game. I'm going to speed up the sword and the dagger. Speeding up bows is kind of trolling myself, and the sword does damage. I could speed up this bow. But that bow wants to be in this bag. Alright, carrot is really good if you can hit 4 luck. We're still a ways away from hitting 4 luck. The banana doesn't fit. I'm gonna sell the banana. Gloves are the answer to Falcon blade. They're also the answer to stone. So I said, I was thinking about Falcon blade. These are trolling right now, though. They're like, it's throwing the game. These don't help me. They take up too much space. I don't need to speed anything up. Am I at a good position to throw the game, reserving and buying full price items? I'm gonna say no. I'll try and get them, but I'm not gonna try that hard. Steel Goob is strong, Goob is strong. They don't do much damage. They do have a spike whip, and spikes are good against me. Kind of. They're only good against this and this, unless they have the green amulet. So this is just a decent amount of healing, whatever, armor early. It does scale this whip, but very slowly. This is a lot of healing. That's a lot of Goobert investment. I could just pivot to building a dancing dragon. Dancing dragon would win for the next few rounds. Could buy this, but I still don't have space. Snowballs on sale. I don't know. Snowballs on sale is okay. This is a pain. What do I want to do with this? I don't really have too much to speed up. I don't need to be speeding up this bow. I could. So things I could do. If I switch this bow and this bow, now it doesn't get the crit chance, but it uses 25% less stamina if I'm going to speed something up. I want it to use less stamina. It's pretty important. Could give it more damage. That would be smart. This, probably gonna make this armor, but I plan on selling it eventually. This armor does not do that much, but it's a lot of armor, and it does cold right at the start. It's strong. 8 gold. With 8 gold, I did say that I was thinking this is on sale. I'm going to take it. Now I need to find 2 gloves. And I don't really need to craft this. It doesn't do much for me. Yeah, but it's going to be easier to craft it now than later. It's such a throw. All of this is such a throw. Alright, in order to craft it, I don't want it to go quick, but I do want it to touch this sword. Which means what? It means that I need more bag space. What just happened? My mouse just freaked out on me. I do need more bag space. Okay. I'm thinking. I want this to go right here. I do. But I want this to hit both of these weapons. I do. So to do that, this is kind of screwing up my speed bags. Could I fix them? Probably. I don't know how much I care about speeding up this bow. I guess just enough. Like, I would rather speed up the dagger more, but I need this to hit the bow. So I want the 2 bags on the dagger, the 1 bag on the tusk poker. And it's difficult to fit the pig now. I mean, I can do it, I just lose stars. Another option is making frostbite. Frostbite isn't all that good, it's okay. But it's a little bit better if I'm making the frost armor with 1/2. Wait, I'm supposed to be making the frost armor. Alright. What about spikes? Spikes are no. And that's a full price pineapple. I need to start thinking, what does it take to make Falcon Blade? Especially if it's Falcon Blade plus Genie Lamp. What does it take to make them go crazy? Stamina's my problem. We knew it was going to be. Still won this, but barely. They've got a Bloodthorn. They have a little bit of regen. They have a lot of spikes because they fed this the regen. Oh, and this will print more regen for them. This is actually kind of cool. This wand is pretty decent. Good amount of armor. 65 armor. Alright. What are we doing? No. I don't know what I'm doing. Is it just this? This takes up so much space. Takes up 4 space, and every single turn it generates 2 lucky clovers. Which do take up space, but they also end up combining with pigs. It's so stupid. So this one, the reason it is weak on round 8 is on round 8, it hasn't given you any of its economic benefit of making all those clovers. But on round 15, you get to that point, or around 15, could be 14, could be 13, you get to the point where you've hit that 15 luck reached. And then you get 22 random buffs at 0 seconds, which is amazing. But you have to survive until round 15 with a stupid Mega Clover taking up all of the space in your bag. We just got so lucky. Well, they're not on sale. It's not that lucky. But lucky enough. This one wants to be in the bag whenever you roll because it has plus sale chance and plus unique chance, but the unique chance is less relevant. Sale chance is very important. Crown on sale is weird. Blueberry could get me luck in theory, but fights aren't going to last that long. There is a Recombobulate. Recombobulate has a lot of value with this crown. Let's just roll. We're mostly looking for space. We could be looking for this. I need 2 pairs of gloves. Ooh, stamina potion. Stamina potion would be good. Is it good even once I get the Falcon Blade? Maybe. Energy amulet. Crap. Energy amulet does work once I get genie lamps if I'm proccing them. That's so far away. You don't do anything right now. Oh no, it also works with rapier. Very high stamina. I don't even want to know how much stamina I'm using. Too much. Far too much stamina. So we need space. I know this. I don't know how to get the space. Just roll. And don't buy stuff that aren't space because they fill up my space. This would fill up my space. But it is good. Start the battle. Hammer Dagger. Very bursty, and they have a heroic potion. Zoop Zoop. Cool. Alright. So we're going to start getting accuracy, which means my damage will go up. Every turn, I get more accuracy and more crit chance. So that's where this one just automatically kind of scales you. over time, as long as you take advantage of the luck. That's one of the reasons that finding these bag of stones have more value, I would say, on Ranger and on Pyro. Pyro because Pyro can speed them up and they don't use any stamina. Ranger because you end up getting the accuracy for them, kind of for free. Wait, do I want to look at damage? 6 seconds, 201 damage. 103, and this is a high damage build. They have enough heat to feed the daggers. The food is a little bit weird. They're worrying about stamina a lot. I just use my stamina. Screw it, if I honk, I honk. Hopefully they die around the time I run out of stamina. And if they don't, then maybe I die. Boots. Boots can get me 1 luck, 1 empower, and 15 armor. Boots are okay. Space. I need so much space. Helmet. Helmet's good. Helmet is another reason that lucky pigs are good, because it's affected by lucky pigs. So is this bow. What else? That's mostly it for these items. But anything you can do to give these clovers more value is just really strong right now. That glove, I need 1 more pair. Oil lamp, I need oil lamp. Do I need it? Oil lamp is weird because it's really good once you get the Falcon blade, but we don't have the Falcon blade. And I have too many weapons, so just enhancing a single weapon, I can't take it. I wish I could. It's full price. It does give 2 heat, so I can justify it a little bit, but just enhancing one of my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 weapons for 7 gold. I'd rather have something that enhances all of them. Could just do this. Yeah, let's just do that. I'm not using the gloves. I don't have anything I need to speed up. And they're hard to fit. We're buying these just to try and make the Falcon blade. And I'll look for genie lamps at some point, especially if I see them on sale. So, stamina is going to be a problem. They are defensive because they're berserker. And they're spikes. Yeah. Deerwood is worst case for me. Deerwood is just a tank, and they have spike shield. Deerwood is a tank. Anything to think about. 45% damage reduction. No, I just lose to this one. We are becoming stronger, so the positioning of this starts to matter more and more. It's already fine, but positioning of this, like I said, ideally it would hit this bow. It's not really important, but we can do it. We want to keep crafting pigs. Ideally, I would keep finding more pigs. You want 1 pig every single round from now until like 17. Fortuna's Kiss, chance-based effects of the star item are 30% more likely to trigger. Again, this can only affect 1 single item, so this one is tricky. It's good once you get a single item that you're building around that has a chance-based effect. It's not so good when you have all of this. Could go on to here. It does give you luck, but only until you have 5. We start the battle with 5. After that, it gives random buffs. This is the answer. It's more stats. More stats is good if you have lots of weapons. Gives them all plus 5%. Big sword. No, big sword. Is there ever a big sword build? If I get the Falcon blade and the genie lamps, then this would be good. If I don't get them, this is still good. The reason I wouldn't take it, God, it's a pain to position. Alright. I don't want to do this. Doesn't fit right there. Right there. Doesn't look bad. How much of a pain is that about to be? Not that big of a pain. Alright, so we want to put this preferably where I can light up all or almost all of the stars. That's missing 2. That is missing 2. We're gonna be missing 2 unless I compromise. I could compromise. How would I compromise? I don't want to compromise my weapon setup over a flute. I could. The dagger can move. This is only missing one spot. Well, and the bottom of the board is missing spots. I have to figure out how much I want to build around that. So I think I want to build around it at least a little bit. Let's do it. In order to do that, we wanted this pig to go on this bow if possible. It also wants to go on this if possible. I'm going to want that space. Take the space. Fitting this armor is gonna be a concern. So ideally, this would go. This is one spot. Is there a better spot? Ooh, that spot's really good. Let's do it. I have too many four space plus items. 4 space plus items are going to be difficult to fit. It's so much easier if I say forget getting this pig onto this bow. I think I need to do that if I'm still trying to fit these big items. I don't know if I am still trying to fit the big items. Could speed up the dagger, that's fine. I don't want to do it. Alright, let's try and do it. So, this pig. I don't even have the bags to go right here. Could I get the bags? Probably. So I want this square bag to move over to here. Right now, it's probably better just to go for like -2 stars. If I can find it, instead of trying to get all but 1 star. Trying to get all but 1 star, I don't have the bag spaces to actually do that. I'm looking. I don't want to figure it out. If I do this, I still don't have like a narrow bag to go right here. But this can move over here. This one. So this could go right here. I'm still missing 2 spaces. Because I don't have one to go right here. I need this bag. Is there a good way? This one's too important. Can't screw that up. And now I'm not even putting this on anything. Oh, this actually wants to go on this collar. My bad. I think I'm trying too hard to make this flute happen, and the flute doesn't matter that much. Forget that flute. We want this cap to go right here. But now the pig doesn't even fit. This stupid flute. You're not stupid, flute. Flute, you are amazing. Alright, give me the flute. Forget the dagger and this thing. This thing doesn't actually do anything. Okay. I mean, it does the smallest amount. Flute is missing 2 stars. It's good. This is important. Star is important. You are not important. Okay, let's go swap that and that. I still have 7 gold. Why didn't I roll to look for space before doing all of that? Who knows? So stamina potion, very good. It's a lot of space. Carrot, pretty good. It's a lot of space. It's not a lot of space. It's just I don't have any space. This one. That is not good space. I would, at this point, speed up a flute. I don't need to speed up weapons too much, but I do need to speed up stamina. And we could speed up a blueberry for no reason, so that I could have, like, 6 mana when the round ends, hopefully. Which I do nothing with. What else? What else? What else? What else? Lucky Pig is on both things that I care about. Ideally, I would get 2 Lucky Pigs once this one hatches. I can do that. So, to do that, we're going to put this like this, and the pig goes right here. It hits both of these. Start the battle. There is a lucky bow, but it takes up too much space. Lucky bow would be good if I already had the Falcon blade, and if I was pivoting away from all of this. But I need the second glove. We're honking like crazy. That's why I needed to add the flute. This doesn't work. It is probably time we got the second glove. probably time to ditch a lot of this. I could also make crossblades, but that was not the goal. Crossblades uses Falcon blade plus this sword. That was not the goal. This bag is amazing. We need stamina. This stamina is like intermittent. You sometimes get it, you sometimes don't. Having more max stamina helps a ton. This round is about to be brutal. Why? I need to get 2 gloves up here. I don't want to do this. I really don't want to do this. We have another 2 space. Do I have something worth speeding up? I don't know. So these bows are all gonna go. Should have already gotten rid of them. As soon as I added this sword, I really should have gotten rid of the bows. Really, I should be getting rid of this sword, but I didn't, so it's here. It is what it is. You are here. You're doing things. This is where I should pause and rearrange the bag. So I'm gonna do that. Be right back. I kind of feel like I should show some of the bag organization, even though it's really boring. There are a lot of important decisions actually being made with the bag organization. So like one decision is, do I put these stones in the crit bag, or do I put them in the speed up bag? And the reason I put them in the speed up bag is because they use 0 stamina, so they're good to speed up, and they destroy armor on hit. So getting more hits takes advantage of that more. This one does not want to go in a speed bag because it drinks stamina, but it does less damage per unit of stamina. It costs 0.7 stamina per swing, and it does whatever damage this does. It does okay, because this one costs more stamina, but this one does more damage. It's a weird thing, especially because this reduces the stamina on both of them. But in general, I do want to speed up this sword. I don't want to speed up this one. You have to choose which stamina item is your priority. I don't know if I'm taking this bow out yet, so I could build around keeping this bow in. What does that mean? That means that I would be scooting this bag up slightly, because I would want room to put this one right here. So you have to like kind of plan for that a little bit, or you just rearrange things once you realize it, which is fine too. We know that this flute is pretty important for this round, if I can make it work. So get that in there early. The bag of stones messes with it though. Is there a better spot? Not. There could be if I want to move the stones and the bag of stones. I don't know if that's worth doing. If I was going to do it, now would be the time. It's me being lazy, yet again. I'm always trying to be lazy. But for good reason. This game has a lot of decisions to make. You can overthink it when the things that you're overthinking sometimes don't matter. But sometimes they do. So, I did all of that, and this doesn't fit. Kind of fits, like, no, it doesn't. To get this full stars is going to be a hassle. That could be a reason to leave out this bow. I have no stamina issues if I leave out the bow, but the bow does take advantage of this, and it takes advantage of the fact that this gives other weapons plus 3 damage. I'll think about it. This is a lot easier to position if I don't have the bow. So we know that this... Right, but I wanted to use this speed bag. I thought I had positioned things to make use... Oh, I just moved the bag of stones. I just want everything to make sense. Let's think. Let's think. That would actually work with the bow in. But it gets screwed up by this sword. This sword can't go like this. This wants to be scooted back one. Wait, why can't I scoot it back one? Oh, wait. I still had more space off on the edge. Okay, that simplifies my whole life, I think. So, we do that. Cool. This does want to be in this speed bag. Not that, I mean, it is that important, but the speed bag could move. This is variable. This one, we want to get in the big items first, preferably taking up 1 star because they're going to be a pain. Exceptions to that, we also want to get this pig in early because the pig is going to be a pain and we care about it seeing 2 things. Crap. Pig kind of wants to go right here. If the pig went right there, then what? Then it would screw up everything unless I could make this across from over here. Technically, I could. That bow is just going to keep screwing up everything. Forget about the bow. Keep getting these stars. Oh, but this was the reason that I was looking at that. This pig really wants to go right here. And we have 2 pigs, which makes it even trickier. Crap. These are all reasons not to put this bow in. Why are they reasons? Because then this could go here. Then this pig can go here. Ah, but this screws up the flute. That flute. It doesn't screw up the flute. That's actually perfect. Both pigs hit both things I care about. So I want to figure that out pretty early. I want to figure out that this bow isn't really worth the damage it does if it screws up my stamina and it screws up these 2 weapons a little bit. It's kind of worth it, kind of not. We know that we need to craft Falcon blade, which breaks everything. Alright, we can do that. I don't think I want to speed up that sword, so I want to scoot this back. All of the things that I want to be doing, I think that is everything. This one would like to speed up the flute, probably. Ideally, I would speed up a second thing using this bag. Dagger's kind of free. It does bug me that Dagger's not touching the sword. I could get Dagger touching the sword if I didn't have Pig touching the cap. Nah. Alright, just put Dagger in. It's something. We have accuracy. Could screw me up against spikes, I doubt it will. So look at that. Just by leaving out the bows, we have all kinds of extra space. We have full stars. This one is still good. Could buy a crown. I still have money. Plan was never to keep the bows, so that's fine. Crown doesn't do much. Here, I'm going to buy crown, sell a bow, and roll. This is part of the game plan. We are getting to the point that I could do it. It's full price, which is questionable. It is questionable. But it can also, it has more value than usual. So Mega Clover, we want to reach 15 luck as quick as possible. I currently have 2, 4, 6, 7 luck. This can give me 2 luck occasionally. This can also give luck, but it won't. It'll give spikes and mana. This could trigger because Mega Clover can go off, get you a bunch of random buffs, and you've already got the luck from the other luck things. Genie Lamp is better than usual with Mega Clover, which is part of the reason that I did go this. Genie Lamp. The problem is it wants to come up here. It'll be a lot easier to fit the Genie Lamp after. After what? I have Blueberry. I'm going to say Genie Lamp next turn. After I've already crafted this Falcon blade, it'll both be easier and harder. Good. Here, space. Wait, but space makes it so I could fit the Genie Lamp. Does it? It does. So, I could speed up the flute. Could put this right here. Genie Lamp. Genie Lamp could point right down at the sword. It's not going to go off anyways, but it could go off. Genie Lamp versus Crown. Can't afford it anyways. We only have... What do you sell for? 6. We have 10 gold. You want 11. Close. Very close. What about Wooden Sword? Ooh, Wooden Sword. If I found hardwood... Oh no, we're already past the point of hardwood. Never mind. That is not a consideration. Could make a new crafted bow. Could make Wolverine claws. Boots. Boots are okay. Not amazing. Kinda just want to roll, but not gonna do that. Start the battle. We're good. Buy this. I don't like rolling with anything reserved. It's one of my weaknesses. I don't care. Our boy Fuzz. They're unhealing. They have potions. I no longer have stamina problems, but I'm not punching through. Alright. 2 hearts. And I'm not there yet, but I'm getting closer to having the build. That was always going to be a rough round. I don't think I'm making crossblades, even though it's tempting. Falcon Blade is weird. It really wants things that give it damage. This is where that oil lamp from forever ago is an amazing item on this one. Genie lamps are amazing on this one. Flute is a total pain. I don't want to do this. Alright, what are we doing? I have to figure out who's the center of attention. Is the center of attention the Falcon Blade, or is it the Hero Longsword? It's the Hero Longsword, but this is also kind of a center of attention. This wants to be speeding up Flute, which messes with everything. We just positioned it all. Pineapple's kind of good. Pineapple's good because it can get me spikes. Then we have luck, we have spikes. We're almost to the point that I could already trigger this. I might be able to. So we need armor. This gives armor. Right. Bag of Stones could go at some point. I don't think it goes right now. I'm not going to make you guys watch all of this. But the plan is, buy this, buy this, buy this. Do I have something to sell? No. Right now, 15, 17 gold. I think I'm always buying this. I think I'm always buying this. I might be reserving this. Oh, I can sell the bow. Never mind. We're good. Buy it all. I just wanted to buy before I pause. All right, I'm going to pause, rearrange the bag. Be right back. All right. I have decisions to make. The decision is mostly, do I put this bag of stones in? It really wants to go right here with these stones right underneath. Because then it would get extra damage. One of them would get sped up 40% plus another 10%. It would be a really quick stone. But speeding up this genie lamp, it's getting 20% plus 40%. Our starting luck is up to 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. This gives luck. This won't really give luck. So we need how many activate? We need this to give us luck 3 times before we hit enough luck for this. And we needed to give us armor for this to go off. Could just hit mana and spikes off of this. It's not really going to happen. Oh, this kind of trolls this one. Because it does use 10 mana, but it gives us 2 seconds of invulnerability, which is valuable. For right now, I'm going to say the crown is fine, unless we see something amazing. So, Clover. Does Clover help? Getting 2 clovers helps. Getting 1 clover, it's a lot to pay for it when I get them for free, but if I get the second one, it helps a lot. It does help. The cat. The cat does not speed up this, does not speed up this. It does speed up the genie lamp, it would speed up the crown. Probably planning on getting rid of the crown, so it just doesn't speed up much. And you have to make it happy. And I don't really have holy synergies. It is nice for the crit hit resist and for the sale chance. If it was on sale, I would try to fit it. This clover is so weird. How much luck did I say I have? 9. So 9 times 5 is 45 plus 12 times, or plus 9 times 3. So we currently have 27 plus 45 plus 12 for our crit chance. What is that number? I don't know. That's like a big number. But I don't think it's 100. So there is a lot of value to this. For 1 round. I'm going to buy it. It's questionable. It's questionable because there are better things to buy. What are the better things? Prismatic Orb, Dragon Egg. Vamp is actually really good. Crap. If we look at the Vamp Collar, items steal 3% life for each luck. The problem is I don't have Vamp, so this gets rid of a lot of my crit hit chance. It is on sale. It is good. If I had 2 collars, that would be the dream. This would give me tons of lifesteal. I think I need it. Bag space. We're only missing how much bag space? We're only missing the 3. I wasn't sure if there was still more on the edge. So I don't need this bag at all, especially not full price. But I just don't need it. I don't need this armor forever, but for now it's good. Yeah, I'm gonna buy that. Could make the Vamp Dagger. No plans to make the Vamp Dagger. So we want to check crit chance 100%, 100%. That's what we were looking for. And luck. We're trying to hit 15. 15? Okay, we hit 15 luck. We get a bunch of buffs. The crown goes off. It used 10 mana. We never hit 7 spikes. And I didn't have the armor. So this was not going to go off. This usually doesn't go off, but we're getting closer. If I get 15 luck right at the start, we have a good chance of being able to finally get this to go off. This one is bait. People build around it so much. I'm trying to make it not bait. It's amazing when it works. It just very seldom works. If you plan for it, then it can work. It sounds really easy. To like, oh, I just have to get those 4 things, those 28 numbers. Whatever, 4 sets of 7. But getting all of those to line up is actually a little bit tricky. Is there anything to consider here? Not really. We have good things to look for. We're up to 11 luck right at the start. Another cap. Another cap is amazing. If I could find pigs, then I could be giving the cap even more chance. This cap is not seeing this one. I screwed it up both for the pig and for this thing, both of which are important. If I'm having stamina problems, which this can have stamina problems if it hits into shields, speeding up a banana 40% would be helpful. Fanfare could screw up opponents, and it can give me a empower, and it's on sale, and it's just better than crown. It's not super good right there. Ooh, it's super good right there. So yeah, this is a spot where I would prioritize the fanfare, which is definitely doing something, over the genie lamp, which, if it does something great, it might. It gets more and more likely that it'll do something every turn. That banana. Keep looking at the banana second genie lamp. The more genie lamps you get, the easier they are to get them to go off. Yeah, but this, like seeing pineapple. Genie lamp can go right here. Nice. Super expensive. But that's the goal of the build, is to get a bunch of these. I need more energy amulets. If you get like 2 or 3 energy amulets, then you can get multiple lamp procs, which is one of the dreams. Okay, we're gonna get that. I don't need the space. I don't need the dagger. Huh. Dagger's kind of free. Wait, have I been winning or losing? I don't know. Spikes are scary. Spikes are scary. Their damage was primarily spikes. Tusk Poker, Squirrel Archer, Bloody Dagger. 359 damage. We're up to 42.1 damage per second. Did the lamp go off? No. 8 to 9 damage. Lamp never goes off. I did have enough armor for it. I had enough mana. I had enough luck. We did not get enough spikes, even though I did take the pineapple. I don't have second lamp yet. How many more rounds do we have? 4 more rounds to try and get this lamp to work. So the cat would now speed up 2 lamps. And we're closer to the lamps actually doing something. And the cat is on sale. So now I think it's more worth considering it. And I do have a crown that could make it easier to trigger it. To get it up to 40. Alright. So let's do it. Mega Clover's worth 10. This is worth 7. We got there. This. Got there. 47. Clovers start to take up a ton of space. And we need them. That's why it's so nice just to make the lucky pigs. Because they do the 2 clover thing, and they give you money, and they can affect chance-based items. I have not found the second collar, which is a little bit unlucky. Still need 3 bag space. For luck, we are up to 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. This is where, if I could buy 1 more luck, then at 0 seconds, we would trigger this. In theory, we could trigger this. Won't happen, but it could. It won't, but it could. I did say that I need bag space. I don't really need the crown. It just drinks my mana, which keeps this from going off. So, speeding things up. Ideally, I would speed up 2 things. I can easily speed a genie lamp. I don't see the second thing that I want to speed. For right now. I mean, I would like to speed both of these, but getting that lined up is a pain. Forget that. So, round 14, I'm off by 1 luck. 15 is when I said this really gets its power burst. Shield could screw up opponents. Wonder if shield is better than ice armor. Ice armor becomes less and less relevant because opponents start to counter that frost that I'm doing. They can even use it against me. And 80 armor has less and less relevance as your health increases. Where the shield just becomes better and better, kind of. Because enemies do more and more attacks, and they do more and more stamina-heavy things where this can screw them up. Not always, but a lot of the time. Shield screws up opponents. Late game, 3rd lamp. I don't want to figure out 3rd lamp. Blueberry's not that important to me. It can get me both luck and mana, kind of. But Genie Lamp gets it quicker. Wait, I don't have anything to sell. Could sell the Fanfare. Fanfare is pretty good right now. Could buy this in case I see another collar. Could make the Vamp Dagger. Could get rid of the dagger. Getting rid of the dagger. Still short 1 gold. And I want everything that's on the board. Yeah, never mind. I think I just wait a turn. Next turn, really good Genie Lamp. Is there something else for me to be doing? I could be trying to speed up that pineapple. Put the blueberry back. In order to speed up, I could speed up the blueberry. Yeah, speeding up the blueberry is worth it. Alright, let's do that. This has to move here. It's only 10%, but blueberry gives me buffs. We're trying. Last time we were off by 1 buff from getting this to activate. Also, if you're super low on health, you can die to this activating. I have died to it before. And it can screw you up against a blind build. If you don't have enough luck. We have tons of luck. Start the battle. We have so much luck. Drinker. So 14, trying to hit 15. Hit 15. We got it? We got it. So 62 damage crit. Right at the end. They have a big sword. They have a phoenix, so they did rebirth. They didn't have that much heat. They do have Everburning, which is good. They have Friendly Fire, which I like. But we only got it right at the end. I do have 100% crit chance. That's another thing. For some builds, you can screw up your accuracy and you can screw up your crit chance when you suddenly lose 7 luck. So it's weird because being able to crit makes you do double damage. So yes, it is really good to gain that damage, but it's worth being aware. This item has a deceptive number of downsides. It hits me for 27. That alone is like, that's significant. You're giving the enemy free damage. So we know what happened, kind of. I just want to see when the Genie Lamp went off. Genie Lamp went off right here, 4.88 seconds. The Genie Lamp gained that last spike. We already had 7 mana, 14 this. So actually, we Genie Lamped before the Mega Clover. Oh, which actually trolled the Mega Clover. That's why the Mega Clover took so long, is I never reached 15 luck. I mean, I might after that. I might not. No, we just kill after that. 19 damage. 61 damage. 59 damage. The fact that it hits twice in a row. So this went from being an item. Where's the hit before that? If we look, the hit before that is right here somewhere. Falcon was critting for 14-14, and then it goes up to 60-60. So it goes from 28 damage to 120 with that one activation. It's very significant. It hit again here. The second hit would have gone off at the same time, so they're like super dead. We only got one to go off. This is also a stupid build because it's overkill. Could take this purple to screw up opponents. Yeah, let's do that. Why is it overkill? Because even if you can get 3 lamps to go off, you're already killing them once one goes off. This does make it more likely to get the 3 to go off, but it's just... it's more damage than is necessary. It would be better to make a more reliable build, kind of, instead of just trying to get a super big number. But super big numbers are fun. Alright, so now I really want energy amulets. In order to trigger more than one genie lamp quick enough before the opponent dies, I basically need this. Like 2 more of them. We're on round 15. I now have 15 luck. Let's double check. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 15. So this goes off immediately. Gembox would actually, if I'm not just trying to get the genie lamps to go off, Gembox is amazing. Because I have gem slots that I'm not using. 2 of them in here, 2 of them in here. This attacks twice. So if you put 2 gems in here, you just get to activate them extra times. This is the correct answer. But that's not what I'm going for. I'm going for stupid stuff for some reason. Huh. I want this, but I don't want to figure it out. Could speed up the fanfare. What about you? No. I mean, it gets me the starting mana. It does. Do it. God, I don't want to do this. Again, this is me paying 14 gold to activate a stupid lamp. But the stupid lamps do win me the game. They're not stupid. I am misusing the word stupid. I just don't want to think about the positioning. So this is a mana item, this is a mana item, this is the mana item. The positioning is right here. It's really easy. This would want to go up here once I do that. I do need to be able to fit one more, like this and a clover. So I do need space. And we can get 1 space right here. Would I give any of this up? At some point I could give up the vamp, even though it's good. Or I could combine it with the dagger, or I can get rid of the dagger. The vamp is extra good because of the prismatic. Nah, we just take the blueberry. I could sell this. Sell this, that gets me up to 8. This gets me up to 10. This gets me up to 11. This gets me up to 12. If I really wanted to be brave, I could sell the armor. Huh. If I sell the armor, then I could buy this right now. To get the genie lamp to go off earlier. So it's just how aggressive do I want to be versus how defensive. I have 3 hearts. Let's go full aggro. Full aggro is fun. So, I may be trolling. I may be throwing the run. I don't think so, though. Right, fanfare's a mana item. Alright, we need to make you happy. That's easy. The other thing that, if I had more pigs, this is another one that wants to be hit by pigs. So if I had 2 more, I would be trying to get them on the cat plus the hat. Cat in the hat. Starting mana, 8. We only need 7 to trigger the first lamp. I do want more to trigger the next one. So now we're just missing spikes, which is why we took the pineapple when we saw it. Blueberry's okay. Blueberry's okay because you put it here, you get an extra 2 mana, and it's another item that's printing buffs. I do want that bag. Why do I want that bag? Speed up pineapple? Oh, to speed up the 2 genie lamps. Yes, never mind. I need to get rid of the square bag. I did save myself a ton of space getting rid of that armor. Coal is weird. Could actually be coal. The reason to take this is it's on sale and we have so many gem slots open. I just don't like reserving it. So, 15 luck right at the start. That is important. 15 luck, look at all our buffs. So, Genie Lamp already went off. We're getting to hit for pretty decent damage. Only one of them went off. My armor's not that reliable. Ideally, I would be using stone gloves instead of this flute. The flute is still variable. To get the second lamp to go off would be tricky. The trickiest part of it, though, is that I need it to go off before we did 420 with the Falcon, before the enemy dies. And that's the hard part. Damage, 60. Wait, did 2 of them go off? Never mind, 2 of them might have gone off. Mega Clover's broken. Everything in the game is broken. Gin Lamp. So, we're looking for... We got this one. Oh, 2 of them did go off. 3.87 seconds. I definitely had one sooner than that. We did 1.98. 2 out of 3 went off. I almost had the third. I was off by 2 buffs from each of the buffs. Damage per second. Almost 100. There are easier ways to get to 100 damage per second. More reliable. What are they doing? They're doing Chain Whip. They're doing this. They really want this katana on here. But they don't have stamina problems. I think that's what that does. Regenerate stamina. Yeah. They're fine. 2 more clovers, which is just worth 2 gold. I don't need more clovers. Clovers, luck is like the only buff that I don't need more of. Mana's good. Could still make that vamp dagger. The vamp and the dagger are not 2 things I really care about. There's a bird. I don't need a bird. Bird is too slow. Trying for really quick things. Gloves are really quick. Flute's pretty quick. Flute is quick as long as you get it to full stars. That pig, it's 1 star off. I mean, it's still worth it. It's not in a speed bag, but it's worth it. This bag space is about to be a hassle. Okay, let's do it. The glove. What would I want with the glove? That fanfare could move too. Fanfare could just come up here. It doesn't need to be sped up, but it is good to screw up opponents. We'll see. I could just do triple genie lamp on this side. Fanfare over here. All of my... This kind of counts for that aesthetically pleasing. Make a build that's aesthetically pleasing. Look at how pretty this build is. We got Falcon Blade. Look, I even turned it right side. Can't turn these right side. Could flip the whole board. Yeah, but people are used to looking at it that way. So, if we flip the whole board, look at that. Look at how pretty it is. I don't know if that's any prettier. I'm bad at judging what's pretty. Certain things, I have preferences. Other things, not so much. So, we're missing 2 stars because of this pig. What is my crit chance? Oh, we have 15 times. We don't even need to put this on this anymore. I should have realized that earlier. So, if we realize that, then this one wants to go right there. The only problem is these caps are useful for making the cat happy. Cat's happy. Could make the vamp collar if I had a second collar. Luck. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15 luck. This one wants to go right here. So the whole goal with this build is to get as much happening, not the whole goal, but one of the big goals is to get as much happening at 0 seconds as possible. And I like doing lots of builds that do things very, very quickly. No, the pig is still screwed up. Let's fix it. I was losing a star on the fanfare, now I'm not. But now I should have sold the excess luck. I need to count again. I need to be sure. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15. Sell, sell. Good. If you end up just short of the luck, it's the worst feeling in the world, because then you don't do things at 0 seconds. I'm trying to figure out these gloves. Ideally, they would hit 2 things. Realistically, they're not going to hit anything. They could. Why? Why, game? I don't need a 4th genie lamp. What round is this? 16. This is the correct item. But this item is mostly for scaling builds. We don't need to worry about scaling builds because we're blowing up scaling builds. Still, it's on sale. You take it. I have 2 space, except I'm about to give up 2 space for this. Maybe I don't take it. I mean, I could take it for a round, buy this next round. The correct answer is still gem box. We don't care about gem box. The correct answer is also snowballs. I don't care about snowballs. Start the battle. Next round is round 17. Big axe. And, for some reason, Bloodthorn and 2 dragons. Hit them, hit them. Damage. 94 damage. So we would have hit twice. Second one didn't go off. These would have been 100 and... why can't I think? It's 8 short of 200. 192? That doesn't make sense. 188 damage. Oh, it's 12 short of 200. There we go. That was breaking my brain. How many of these went off? 67 to 68. 2 of them went off. And we were almost there, except I don't have the armor. For the armor, we need that flute to go off. We do have 2 of them now, so there's a little bit better chance. Right, I still have a stupid dagger. Okay. Keep. I don't want to figure out this cat. Don't call everything stupid. You are not stupid, cat. I don't want to figure out this cat. I really don't want to figure out this cat. Like, this is almost fine, except... Here, really quick, sell these so I don't get confused. Cool. I could... Okay, so the real answer, it's not as aesthetically pleasing, is you just don't put this one on the weapon. Why? Because you're never going to trigger all 4 of these. Yeah, the cat could go right here, and it's worth enough. But it screws up one of my stars. I don't know. Do I care more about having all of the genie lamps look like... But it is getting sped up by 40%. I do care. It's not just about looks. Alright. Blueberry. I would really want that blueberry. If that blueberry could give me 2 more starting mana, that would be really helpful for getting 3 of these to go off instead of only 2. But there's no way to fit this stupid blueberry. I mean, I can just replace a snowball, but blueberry itself isn't that good. It's blueberry plus prismatic. Roll. You finally give me the collar on round 17. Do it. Do it, do it, do it. There's more vamp, which would actually be good for me. Crap. Get rid of the snowball. Trying to fit 2 of these collars is also, like, impossible. Could just say... Oh. I should just get rid of this sword. Huh. How much does that help me? It lowers your damage quite a bit, but, then I could go all in on the genie lamps. It saves me a bunch of space. Is it correct? Almost certainly. All in. You served us well. Could be another fanfare. Screw up opponents. I don't want to do this. I really don't want to do this. What is it that I don't want to do? If I was doing this right, I should have 2 flutes touching this Falcon blade. I don't want to do that. Trying to make that happen. Now that I got rid of that sword, though, I actually could. Alright, this is when I hit Control 3 so that we can come back to this board state because I'm about to screw up everything. The main thing to keep in mind is that this is currently hitting 5 items. Alright, we move this over to here. Bam. We screw up all of this. Why do we screw up all of this? Because this Falcon speeds up items a ton. So much speed. I don't know. So I still have speed bag. With 15 luck and 2 collars. God, I can make 2 vamp collars, which doesn't even make sense. But with 2 collars, I don't even need to think about this bag. Which means I could be speeding up the Falcon blade more instead. Maybe this is trolling. I don't need the lifesteal, I just want it. 15 times... It just depends if I'm going to use this bag or not. I don't need to be using this bag. If I got that vamp second collar earlier, 15 times 5 is 75. And we're really going to end up with more luck than that, but we're not because we also use our luck. It's weird to not use this bag because it does have a lot of value. It is strange. But we are building around a single item, so it's pretty important. This one. Alright, I'm going to rearrange everything. Be right back. Alright, this is close to full build. What am I missing? I mean, it would be nice to make one of these a vamp collar, but all that does is give lifesteal. We don't care about lifesteal, because we're going to kill the enemy before they can kill us. That is the plan. The cat is happy. This is fully... No, it's missing a star. Yeah, but it's almost fully happy. It's in 2 speed bags. It's being sped up by this. This is speeding up everything around it. It has 2 crit colors on it. Speeding up 1 lamp at 0 seconds. This... Oh, no. Do I want to think about that? Yeah, I want to think about that. Alright, let's fix it. Does that fix it completely? No, I think I'm still missing a star. Missing 1 star right here. I'm gonna live with that. Again, the flute is being sped up by 40%, so it makes up for the fact that I'm missing a star. This one's being sped up by 40%, this one. And it's in 2 speed bags, so it's being sped up a lot. Everything in here is good. What else do I want? I don't know. There are other things. I would like that bag. Why? Because I want to replace the square bag. Why? I don't need stamina. Just because I want more space. Again, why? Pineapple. Eh. This one. That is the one that I would like. Very expensive. So, the vamp could sell. The vamp does not do much, but it does more the more of these I get. So that's like my whole defense solution, is just having the vamp. There's also a glove here. I don't want a glove. I do want this. I don't need that bag. I don't need that dagger. I can't even fit all of the things that I have. Right now, we get 10 mana at the start of the battle. If I put this one right here, then we get 12 mana at the start of the battle and another 8 mana. We get 20 mana, start of battle. We get 15 luck, start of battle. We get 22 random buffs, start of battle. Between all of those, we might be able to start of battle, trigger 3 lamps. This is better than a snowball, but does it matter? Yeah, I guess so. Ideally, the snowball would go right there. We do have a roll. Let's use the roll. Let's ignore the roll. Crap. So. I could be lighting up these 2 stars if I go switch this over to here, put this right there. Snowball, that luck, that snowball. Do I have anything else to consider? The points where these 2 both intersect, so like this point, I want that to be mana, this point to be mana. But we do get a little bit of amp, which is nice. It's kind of free. I do not have an Amulet of Steel, which would make this way stronger, but it's unnecessary. We're doing lamps. Wait, purple caps. Purple caps. Opponent gains buff. 15% chance to nullify it. They remove 30% of the buffs that I gain. I gain a lot of buffs. You're screwing with my build. I was trying to get triple Genie Lamp to go off at 0 seconds. We don't even get 1 Genie Lamp. I'm missing spikes. Why am I missing spikes? I just might not have hit them. Yeah, that makes sense. But they're also nullifying. Nullified. They're jerks. Nullified. They're nullifying all of my spikes, but we did get to 7. So one of the lamps goes off. We start doing damage. 80 damage per hit. 78 damage per hit. Another one goes off. Bam. Now, we're doing 66 damage. Why only one of the 2? Oh, one of them didn't crit because they have crit hit resistance. No. You're at 60% crit chance because I'm using up my luck. Accuracy is still good. I needed to keep this in the crit bag. I wasn't accounting, and then we use a third one, and now I have no crit chance, so I'm doing 95 to 96 damage, which is nice, but I'm kind of not. Wait. No way! They didn't used to tell you the damage with both hits, and now they do, so this does show the correct damage. When it says 96, that is accounting for hitting twice. Wait. That's weird. That's really weird. No, they have 50% damage reduction. No, that's not true. I'm just doing half damage. Okay. It just lined up perfectly, where I'm like, wait a second, why am I doing half of what I would expect? It's because they have half damage resistance. I should be doing 2 hits of 96. Got it. And we're not going to get to crit. I mean, I did get to crit. We're not going to get to crit. Bam, 40% chance. We got to crit. 183 damage. Oh, okay. That's where actually making the vamp collar, I didn't put it next to it or else I could combine. We do end up with 8 vamp, which would give me crit chance. I screwed up. I didn't realize how much of my luck I would be using, so I could actually use these lucks. It's only 2 though, it's a small amount. Still, there's 3. This one. This is so stupid. Alright. So, mana is no longer an issue. Why is mana no longer an issue? Because this one gives me 6 mana, this one gives me 8 mana, this one gives me 12 mana. We have 26 mana, start of battle. I don't need this star. Clover. Clover does more for me than a blueberry? That's not a blueberry, that's a snowball. The tricky thing is these blueberries are stars for these, but just getting the luck is more important to me than getting the mana. Mana, I only need... I'm not going to get 4 of these to go off. 7, 14, 28 if I was going to get all 4. I still have 1 blueberry. Ideally, it would be speeding the pineapple. Too bad. It is acting as 2 stars, so it is getting me 4 mana. Huh. 20 mana, 26. If I put this here. So it's either 1 luck or 2 mana. I'm going to say, get myself the 1 luck. I still want to fit another clover. probably... Oh, I could do... Get rid of all of the snowballs, which makes me way weaker against... Or it makes the opponent way stronger. I'm still strong, but they're also stronger because they gain more maximum health. Sell it. Buy this. Put in the blueberry. Tons of mana, tons of luck. Sell the snowballs. Snowballs are the correct answer. There's another genie lamp. We cannot get 5 genie lamps. Even if I could get 5 genie lamps, 5 times 27 is like 135 damage. 135 damage, I will die at some point. The biggest thing is I never found the energy amulet. With a second energy amulet, I could actually activate 5 of these. Except the opponent would die. Oh god. With the second energy amulet, I could do... Blah. It's so stupid. The pineapple, it's doing things. I don't have enough stuff to sell. I do. I just don't want to do it. This, right now, this gives me 2 vamp, 20 max HP, plus another vamp, plus another vamp. Goodbye. Bam. Energy amulet, 1 in 8 chance. Nope. I knew it was going to be a miss, but if it had hit, it's worth it. I don't need the vamp. I like the vamp. It's good to have. I don't need it. Start the battle. This gives me 3 buffs right at the start. It's better than nothing, but not great. Hey, we killed them. How much damage did they do in that time? Damage they did. They did 18 damage. That's why I really don't need the lifesteal or the vamp or even these caps. I could remove all of that and just go all in. And I'm trying to do as much damage to them as quickly as possible. We did 160.5 per second. 100 damage per second is my benchmark for pretty strong, like, bursty builds. Hammer, Water Elemental, Devouring Spear. We got there. If anybody instant crowns, then I kill them as soon as the crown wears off. See, I still have tons of mana. That's where that blueberry, really, it's unnecessary. But whatever, it's fine. How many lamps went off? 130 damage crits. That means it still only looks like 2 lamps went off. Oh, I can just check buffs used. So if we go to luck, shouldn't go to luck because there's a lot. Yeah, we can see only 2 of them used up 7, so we used 14. Fine. What was I missing? A spike. It's always spikes. That's why we make the pineapple. Survival bonus. Hey, plus 23. We're climbing. And we go into history. History. Bite. Prismatic is cool. They could debuff me and screw me up since I use up my own luck. They didn't. 246 damage crit. I got a lot of these to go off. 246 damage crit. So, how many did we get to go off? We got 4 genie lamps to go off. We do double damage. This thing is doing 123 to 124, but it's actually doing 246 with 2 hits. It does 500 damage per hit when it crits, 70% of the time. That thing is a monster. Does it show damage dealt, including damage dealt to myself? I don't think so. Because if it did, I guess I didn't do more than them. I did 27 times 4. 54, 108. I did 108 damage to myself. They did 183 damage. Still kind of worth keeping in mind the damage that I do to myself. And they did take a little bit of time to kill. So if they were like super spike heavy, and if I'm blowing myself up with these genie lamps, and if they're defensive, I can die to that. 1 win. Dragons, okay. So, this is bait. they are doing way more than I would expect. The reason that they're getting messed up is dragons do a whole bunch of like small attacks. 6 to 12, 6 to 12, 6 to 12, 6 to 12, 6 to 12. This makes it so that they heal. It's very defensive. You get 5 heal every hit. You could just put a ruby into the dragon and give them more damage, and they would heal. Because this has stars, a lot of people want to try to put a lot of dragons around this. Instead, you want your dragons around this sword, because this sword, when it gains heat, it gives all weapons around it +1 damage. These, you can get 6 dragons to touch one sword. They have 6 dragons. Only 2 of their dragons are touching the sword. But for some reason, they have 5 dragons touching the nest, which, I mean, it's not the worst, but it's kind of insignificant. Big picture, it's not enough healing. So healing they got from the dragon nest was 60 for round 18, taking up 4 space, and most important, this is like the center of their attention. They're building around this item. This item doesn't scale. It doesn't do damage. It is not good. This item scales to the moon. It does damage. It's a monster. Build around this item. They could build around this item, and they might have killed me. It's hard to say. Anybody can kill me right now, because I'm super weak. Like, all you have to do is hit me. That's it. But you have to hit me fast. Well, 5 seconds. Damage dealt. As soon as I get my lamps to go off and I get to swing a couple times, it's over. 717 damage. I don't know how many wins that is. 3 wins? Go again. Shield? Yeah, but I don't have stamina problems. Still, shield. Yeah, I'm just not doing that much damage. A little bit, but not enough to punch through when they're very defensive. This cap, this shield, this armor. They are putting blind on me. I don't have my crits all the time. Probably the biggest mistake I made that I could have put back is putting this crit bag under this sword, because right now I am up to 100% crit chance. I regained my luck. But some of these hits are not doing double damage. So we can see the 805 damage, barely over 100 damage per second, and we could see luck. 3 went off. Shelly, happy Shelly. 4 wins. Ooh, they almost got their rainbow Goobert. They do have a little bit of blind stuff. Oh no, they don't. They don't have regen. They could have a little bit of blind stuff if they had a regen. 5 wins. Anything of note? Nope. 6 wins. No, this could have been awesome for me. So my dream here is that they have a bunch of pets in front of this snake so that they gain more max HP so that I get to fight somebody that has more max HP. Instead, they have this, which screws me up, this. They don't screw me up that much, but enough. Damage, or no. Where's their damage? 143. We got 3 to go off. Damage. This is a build. It really isn't worth how much I'm putting into just this one weapon. It would be better to make something more balanced, something more, like, easy to achieve, too. This could screw me up. If I don't kill this very quickly, I'm screwed, and they have 70% damage reduction. This can kill me. Does it kill me? They don't have spikes, which is weird. Normally Deerwood would have lots of spikes. This item synergizes with spikes. Nature items in general. Maybe we kill them quickly enough, but they have 80% damage reduction. 60%. They're going to have 60% for a little while. I'm still 80. They went back up to 80. Still hitting like a truck, even through 80% damage reduction. The fact that I have 4 of these on here means that the longer the fight goes, the more I'm going to get the genie lamps to go off, which means I'm going to do even more damage. So overkill is actually good when you have an opponent that has like 60 to 80% damage reduction. My Falcon blade by the end here is doing massive damage. 127 times 2 times 2 again because of crits and double hits. But they're reducing it. Good fight. I think that was like 6. This is probably 7 wins. They have Falcon, or not Falcon Blade, they have Rapier. They have Rapier, they have crits. I ditched this sword at this point. Just because I don't want this sword to eat up half of these crits. They do have Genie Lamp, but they're never getting that Genie Lamp off. Technically they could. This makes armor. Technically they can because this does give 5 luck. And they have blueberries, and they have heat to speed everything up. In some long fights, this will go off. It's not worth it. I mean, it kind of is. But I would rather just be getting this more luck. It's way easier to scale things in other ways. So I think that was 6. I don't know. Lots of shields. I don't know about this one. This is another that's scary. If they had spikes, they have 4 shields, shielded, turtle, 2 caps, 1 stone helmet, 1 stone armor. They're just a tank. This thing is a wall. I can't crit. No, I can't stun them. Can't crit either. Half the time I can crit. Big crit. Big crits. They don't have damage reduction, though. They just have, bam, stone armor just went off. They have a massive amount of HP. My damage per second should be really good for this. The only thing hurting it was that they have this crit resistance. And, I mean, they do have all of the shields. The shields block double because of this. And they're twice as likely to block because of this. This is like a super defensive combo. And then they steal my buffs with these. And remove buffs with the purples. And steal more buffs with Tim. Crazy combo. Damage dealt. Okay, my DPS was not that high, but total damage dealt was 1,778 damage, which is a big number. They were just very tanky. Cool. I'm saying that was 7, I think. This is 8, maybe. Nothing really to notice. I mean, these are really strong. The bow is almost kind of interesting. They have a lot of damage reduction. Not enough. This is actually kind of good, but I do lots of hits. This lets you dodge 3 hits, which my hits do a ton of damage. The problem is I'll just do another hit. Like, how much later? 1 second later, I'll just do another hit. Ideally, I would be speeding this up to do more hits, but it's hard to do everything. We're doing enough. 8 wins. This should be 9. Crossblades. Crossblades is an item that I don't know how to use well. There are lots of items I don't know how to use well. I don't know if anyone knows how to use this one super well. In theory, it works with things like you could get the flame whip to go like this. That would be tricky. Lots of things are like, it's not worth building around crossblades or figuring it out. Crossblades just takes up so much space. It's weird because it wants to enhance 2 other items and it also wants to be center of attention. So you kind of want like 3 items to be center of attention. And ideally you just want to build around 1 item. Like they're building around, they're building around 2. Building around 2 is weird. Especially because the Sapphire only skips the armor from one of their 2 weapons. I would usually pick one. I guess they have the stamina for it, though. No, never mind. And this works well with luck. No, this is a good combo. It is. And they have Spike Wall, which really screws me up. But not enough spikes. Spike Wall, green amulets. And they have tons of damage reduction. They have these Badger runes. They have this. They're not in Battle Rage. Wait, did I kill before you entered? Oh no. They never got to enter Battle Rage. That sucks. Pants. No, how do I hover the pants? Utility pouch. After 4.9 seconds, enter Battle Rage for 5.5 seconds, so they did not get this Badger damage reduction. That's rough. And they have another one. They would have reduced all damage taken by 14, and they would have had damage reduction and lifesteal. They still would have lost, but at least they would have had a chance. I think that was 9. Ooh. 2 stone caps, Dark Saber. Corrupted armor. Can they debuff me? Debuffs can mess me up until I regain the luck. Yeah, right now I have more blind than luck. But they're not putting that much blind on me. 8 blind. Wait, they could screw me up. I don't think they will, but they could. If I didn't have so many flutes being sped up so much. Nah. Bam, 130, 130. They came close, though. The War Giraffe. This would be a fun one to run at Grandma, because I'm guessing this would lose like 70% of the time or something. Maybe not. At Grandma, almost everybody has 2 purple caps. Almost everybody has starting defense and damage reduction. Lots of people have shields. There's a lot of things that would mess with this. This one. There's a reason this build is popular, even at high levels. This is just stupidly strong. They could hard counter it, but they're sacrificing a lot to do it. And most people do at least try to do 50% resistance to it. But 50% isn't really enough. 100% is hard to get. Somewhere in between 50 and 100, maybe they'd have a chance. All right. I'm still in gold. I'm climbing so slow. It feels like it takes forever. I just want all of my characters to be right here. This is a good spot to be playing. Climb into Master, get knocked back down. That's a happy place. These, not so much. We'll get there. For now, that is going to do it for this episode. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.